I feel you, but
You already have it. I mean, honestly, this is what I'm asking. I'm not asking you to fucking make me a fucking a 5-star meal, you know, from the ground up. Talking about you make your own plates, you make your own silverware, and then you make the fucking meal. No, the plates are there, the silverware is there, the tablecloth is there. I'm just asking you to make the food. It's not like you're inventing a new animal. No, that's still beef. That's still potatoes. That's still motherfucking greens on my plate. But I'm asking you to invent something new with the material you already fucking have.
I feel
Don't
you.
Put some rims on that old wheel.
Exactly. I'm not asking you to reinvent I'm not asking you to reinvent the wheel. I'm asking you to design new rims.
Part of the reason why I think we're getting so many reboots, and this is not to like get on society
Because
or anything.
You know
that
what?
hold up, man. Hold up. The reason why we're getting so many reboots is because our society is rejecting originality.
Exactly.
And perfect example,
Bandwagon.
reality television.
Exactly.
Everybody doing it. Flavor of love. Everybody start coming out with this.
I disagree with that. I mean, because if you see the things that are doing the best are things that are original, like the Dark Knight 2s, like the Inceptions, like these things that are original concepts, like one of CBS highest ranking show on that thing was Criminal Minds, which is a show, I mean, basically it's Law and Order, but the way that they present it is totally different.
Jay,
that's one of the highest ranking shows on their whole damn network.
The highest ranking show on CBS is 2.5 Men, unfortunately. Like even in its reruns.
Is that CBS?
Yes. Criminal Minds. I don't know what channel Criminal Minds comes on. I've never caught it.
2.5 Men was NBC though.
No, 2.5 Men is CBS.
Oh.
Well, Ugo is stuck with regular TV, so he knows about this.
Yeah, I do know about that. But yeah.
And you know what else I don't like? Is I'm gonna give you a perfect example, but the thing is, when they try to do these remakes, they use the same formula. Let's bring in some aliens, let's bring in the bad guys, blah, blah. A perfect example is that show Sliders. Y'all saw that? Sliders.
No. I've seen a few episodes.
They used to, that show was hot. They used to go to different dimensions and whatnot. Now, the whole thing was they had to get back to their original dimensions, and each time they get to another dimension, the environment, they had to interact with it, and at the same time, the environment usually would be like what am I trying to say? It was a problem or
I'm familiar with Sliders. You don't have to explain
and then
it.
On top of that, sometimes that wouldn't happen. Sometimes they was inside a nice place and they ain't know whether they wanted to leave or something like. You see what I'm saying? We got right. But then what happened was this: how the show got destroyed. Once it started getting big, some of the executives and stuff like that bringing the aliens, bringing some bad guys. We need some lasers and some guns and stuff. No, what is all that about? You don't have to take it to that level. A lot of the time, simplicity will get you a lot of attention.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you there too.
Especially in a world where everybody's trying to make everything so complicated.
It's not even a matter of complicated. It's just that we've forgotten how to write real conflict.
Yes.
And that's what I think. That's what I think. The great thing about The Dark Knight is the fact that we saw the real conflict there. I'm not saying like it wasn't over the top drama like in action movies, and there's nothing wrong with action movies. I love Crank. Like Crank is probably my favorite action movie of all time because it's just so stupid.
I didn't like Crank. It was stupid. That's why I didn't like it. But
well, I mean, if you don't want to think like I love Jason Statham, like you get Jason Statham, I'm like I'm there. Jason Statham, hell yeah. But,
yeah, dude. Like I mean, when I saw Crank, I could smell the brain cells dying. They were just burning.
Well, that's the whole point about it. Like, I knew I wasn't going to have to think, because I saw Transporter 2 when he did that car flip and hooked, like, got the bomb from under his car. I was like, man, I love this.
But no, Hugo, you do have a point. Let's face it. The society we live in nowadays does not promote creativity. It doesn't.
Or realism, for that matter.
It's no. Forget realism. Forget realism, because realism doesn't matter in as far as like creativity goes. Creativity stems from taking something that everybody's familiar with and addressing it in a way in which people who don't know about the issue can look and say, "Oh, that's a good movie," and people who do know about the issue can go and say, "Oh, he's really talking about this over here."
But
that's creativity.
I think realism nowadays is the epitome of creativity.
I agree with you.
Given the fact that kids nowadays rather fucking send you. You listen. It's been times when my little cousins, nieces, and nephews will get a call from a friend. Hey, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna hang up and text you. They don't want to talk. They want to text. It's been times where they're put in a situation where they're like, I don't know what to do, because they haven't experienced that part. They haven't experienced life. Where realism, life was like back when I was coming up. If you wanted to go out and meet new people, you went out. You kicked it with the homies. You went to the movies. They had teen clubs. You went out and you interacted with other human beings. Right. Now, if you want to meet new people, they go on chat.
The computer.
They go on Facebook. I just met what's the name on Facebook. I'm like, where you meet him at? On Facebook. Well, did you go out? Nah, man. I met him on Facebook. So like, what used to be realism is now creativity. When you got dialogue in a movie, people are like, oh my God, this is fucking awesome. People are talking. Jesus, this is the bee's knees. But it's really not the bee's knees. That was the norm at once. But now, because it's not the norm, people are like, it's creativity.
You know what?
That is not creativity.
No.
That's the definition of creativity. That's bogus bullshit.
No, I dig it.
To make themselves feel better about a shitty situation. That is not creativity. Nah, dude. But it's exactly what you're talking about, bruh. Like, just think about it like this, okay? In fucking in schools, what's usually the first when they decide to do budget cuts, like they fucking did out down here in Louisiana, Bobby Jindal, just want to put that out there. What's the first fucking program to mostly get cut?
Art, music, one of those.
Exactly. Why? Because all we want to do is feed down our children's throat is that rudimentary bullshit. That rudimentary fucking your arithmetic and your writing and your science and your social studies. I mean, shit.
I understand that. I mean, true that yes, I would like to have more well-balanced and more rounded-off people, but in the end, if you can't read or write, but you can know if you know art and culture, I mean, that's not going to really do you much in life.
Jay Mason.
I mean, Jay Mason. I want you to have the basic skills to succeed.
Jay Mason. Jamal.
I'm listening.
Kindergarten.
Don't hear him. Let's talk.
Kindergarten to 12th. It does not take 13 years to learn to read and write. No, it does not. It does not take 13 years to learn how to
everybody, but there are children who do struggle with reading and writing.
Well, if you teach and write, it don't take no fucking 13 years, dude. I don't give a damn what child it is. I don't give a damn if the child has autism. It does not take 13 years. That's bullshit. It does not take 13 fucking years. It does not. And if you went to preschool and to nursery, it damn sure don't take that fucking long.
With reading and writing, okay, I can see your point. But with mathematics, I mean, you can go lifetimes without learning some things about mathematics. Mathematics is steps, basic arithmetic to times tables, to division, to long division, to word problems. You could go on and on that.
Yeah,
but reading and writing, yes, it doesn't take you that long. But to read properly, if I put 16th century Shakespeare in front of somebody who read, you can be a 40-year-old man, you're going to struggle through it. Because you're like, and thou, what, you're going to struggle through it. Because that way of reading and that way of writing isn't really around. Now, I understand what you're saying. It don't take that long to get the basic skill, but it's a skill that must be applied upon, a skill that must be further taught. Now, I agree with you. I don't believe they should cut art or music or those type of things, because those are just as important. Those teach people and children social skills. Those teach you a different culture, something entirely different from what you are being in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. It's fucked up that they cutting them, but I understand the logic behind it. That's what I'm saying.
That's a flawed logic that's going to result in them children coming up short when they get into adulthood. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, dude.
but their job isn't to look at when they get into adulthood. Their job is
that's the problem.
Basic essentials of school.
But
and that's the problem, dude.
It's like if I teach you to be a carpenter, if I'm selling you tools to be a carpenter, my job isn't to make sure that you become a good carpenter. My job is to make sure that you have the best tools to be the best carpenter. Now, what you do with them is up to you. What you do with them is totally 100% your decision. But whichever path you choose, you had the tools to do whatever you wanted.
This is going on 39 minutes.
But
the Skype was shorter than that because we had the rap battle.
No, I stopped the record. But anyway, go ahead. Anyway,
but nah, dude. But that's not the same fucking thing, though, dude. Because you let me put it to you like this: you can't have a kid go all the way up until high school, and then all of a sudden he's supposed to pick up fucking art. And then he discovers art for the first time in freshman year in high school. He's like, oh my God, I want to become an artist one day. You can't expect that kid. I mean, talent differs from different people. What I'm saying is that kid would not get the most out of it if he didn't start taking it back in elementary school. You feel me? That's a whole you'd have a whole different thing on your hands. You feel me? You cutting them short. That's what I'm talking about. If all you trying to do is create worker bees, which is what I think the fucking the education system, especially in America, that's all they're concerned.
My dad called them 9 to 5 Charlies.
Exactly. If that's all you trying to make, then that's fine. But I'm sorry, dude. That's why we're in a degeneration. You want to know why? Because we're not preparing the children of the future for a fucking renaissance. Okay?
That's agree
what I'm
with
talking
you.
about. We're not preparing them for a renaissance.
I agree with you that we're not preparing the children of the future for adulthood. I agree with you on that. And yeah, it might be due to the fact that some of the curriculum isn't necessarily based at a younger age towards adulthood. And you might be right. But I'm just saying that I understand the logic behind it. If I was a parent and you came to me and was like, Mr. Mason, we have to make budget cuts in the school this year. Now, it's two things we can do. We can either cut art, music, reading, or math. And we're leaving this decision up to the parents, and we're just coming to get your vote. If you ask me that, honestly, it would be art and math. Because I feel like reading, and not art and math, but art and music. Because I feel like reading and math would be more essential to my child getting the best out of life.
I think we drove that point home.
But no, you know where the flawed logic comes in?
Where?
Because guess what doesn't get caught? Guess what doesn't get cut?
What?
Athletics. Football teams, basketball teams, volleyball, all that shit still stays. You want to know why? Because it generates revenue for the school.
Okay, but that's more of an education rant. We need to get back on the rant of reboots because we got way off topic.
That was what I was saying for about last 10 minutes.
But this is what I'm saying.
We just talking, Ugo. You can edit it as you feel.
Hold up. This is what I'm saying. What does this discussion have to do with fucking reboots? You want to know why? Because these are the motherfuckers that's going to be making the reboots of tomorrow. I guarantee you. One of these fuckers growing up now is going to try to reboot the Matrix 20 years from now. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
But what is sport but physical expression? What is sport but not physical expression?
Oh, dude, come on now. Don't try to do that shit. You want to talk about the glory of the game and the art of football? You want to talk about the art of football? Oh, look. He dashed across the gridiron so gracefully.
Tom Brady throwing a 65-yard touchdown down the field, beautiful spiral, just releasing it, catching it in movement and flight. That's art. This can open up a whole nother topic. What do we consider as art? What do we consider as the norm? What do we consider as original? What does these words mean?
Let's get back on the reboot topic.
That's what I've been trying to say.
You win, J Mason. I quit. You win. I quit.
That's the first one.
Topic.
I congratulate you, J Mason. You did it.
I mean, it's not congratulating. I'm just saying, though, what does it mean?